Thanks to PCBway for supporting the channel and supplying us with free PC boards. Yes, these are coming in now. I did a video on tariffs, and I wanted to update that. If you order PCBway parts and after you've chosen which shipping method, it'll show you how much tariffs you have to pay, and you will pay them on their website, and then when they import into the United States, the tariff is already paid. You've already paid the tariff on it. And so these had about a $7 tariff, and so I paid that online, and then they showed up on my door. All right, so that headache is gone, which is great. So these are the little boards that I made for the EL 2018s replaced by an EL 2252. And some people say, hey, you can't buy that part. Yeah, it's true, those parts aren't in production as well, but I did find a company online, I'll show you here, and I did buy these parts, and they were matching date codes. They look completely unused and everything. So these are new parts. So you can find them. You can get the EL 2252s brand new, and then they will go on the board, okay? And I showed the board in a different video, but basically it replaces, this is a dual package, a dual comparator. So it replaces two parts, and the spacing of these two parts matches the PC board in the HP 3458A. All right, so we need to get these built by magic. I have one built here. Let's see here. Can we go down closer? Yeah, let's go a little closer. So this came out wonderful. I chose a yellow board just so it's noticeable that you put on a piggyback, and I have nice gold pins, so this will go. I'll put 4 sockets, or I'll put 2 sockets on the board, and then this will mate into it. You can use it just on one side. It's fine. You can either use this side or this side, and just not use half of it. It will work that way. But yeah, now I have these available on the share site if you want to build these for your machine, if that ever comes along your way. All right, I find it a little bit hilarious that people are obsessing over the fiber optic links in this on this board. There's these 2 receive and transmits and receive and transmits over on that end. And people are saying, "Oh, you gotta take those apart and clean them because you get a tiny little scratch onto those, and they're going to be, you need to take care of those fiber optic things." Well, they're not. These things are older than dirt, so they're not fiber optics. They're not what you think today. They're these really old Hewlett-Packard fiber light guides. They're not even fiber optics. They're just a piece of plastic. They're about a 2 millimeter wide piece of plastic, and there's no single mode and all. No, it's just a light pipe. It's just a light pipe that you'd find in an old 60s car. That's all it is. And there was, I don't remember which car it was, but like every light bulb had a plastic fiber that came back to the dash, and you could tell if your lights were working or not. It was, comment below if you know what that car was. But anyway, these are like super junk. There's just an LED. There's no optics in these. It's just an LED that shines on this thing, and there's just a photo detector that picks it up. These things are not fiber optics. They're just super crude, but they do provide electrical isolation. So think of it as a optocoupler, just with a long bit in the middle. It's just a light pipe. It's not fiber optics. It's just a light pipe. All right. So anyway, yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So what are we going to do today? Well, I have this board out because we are going to replace these 2 parts right here. These are both EL 2018s. All right. Let me rearrange the camera a bit. All right. We have these 2 parts here, And I've made this little piggyback board, and this little piggyback board should have exactly the right spacing that drops on like that, and then we can replace those two with just one part. So that's how it was to be used. And then there's this little hole in the board because there's a test pin here, a test point. And so now you can reach down in the hole and get to this test point. So that's what the hole is for. So let's get this part removed and pop this board on, and just, I think I've mentioned before, this board's probably junk, but let's just do it for fun. All right, in removing these two parts, one of them was definitely reworked before. One of them had solder flux on the bottom of the board, and the pins were straight. The other ones, all the pins have been folded over on these parts, the HP did, Agilent, and this particular one had straight pins down and had flux on them. And then if you look from the top of the board, I'll show you a picture here, it had all kinds of weird, like it had been soldered from the top instead of the board having been taken out. It looked like maybe it was soldered from I don't know. It just looked weird. Anyway, I got them both off. Maybe I'll test those at some later date, see if they're still good or bad. And now I have sockets on there. And we can bring our board over. And fortunately, this board was laid out, so everything was on 100th centers. So it was easy to duplicate the spacing over everything. Like this row and this row, those are all collinear. So anyway, there you go. And see the little test pin is visible down in there. And so yeah, that's how Agilent would have done it. There's plenty of room on top, so you don't have to worry about that. So I say, if you need one of these boards, there you go.